Thank you, Chris. I'll learn you 2 more Dutch words. Mooi verhaal. You've got mooie boom, mooi verhaal. Good story. Thank you. Om een dag als deze te organiseren heb je ideeën nodig. En ik stel me zo voor, Peter en Nelleke, lezen, 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 tijdschriften kopen, bladeren, reizen maken, op het web surfen. Maar de volgende gast, Tom Poulsom, werd gevonden op de wetenschapspagina van NRC Handelsblad, maar dan de kinderafdeling. Die moet je ook lezen om gasten uit te nodigen. Want daar werd voorgesteld een boomchirurg, een tuinman, die na een dag in de toppen van bomen 's avonds met Lego speelde. En dan vogels maakte. Tom Poulsom, ik zei het al, uit Bristol. En hij had gemaakt bijvoorbeeld een kleine roodborstjes, een kingfisher, een woodpecker, hoe heet zo'n ding. Allemaal fantasievogels, specht, onder andere, ja. Maar ze kon deze Tom Poulsom niet vinden, Nelleke in dit geval. Geen website, geen naam, nergens, Bristol. Maar toen heeft ze want ja, wat doe je om een vogelliefhebber te vinden? Je gaat twitteren. En ze heeft een tweet achtergelaten en daarop heeft deze vogelman gereageerd. Hij heeft al een hele verzameling Lego-vogels gemaakt. Hij heeft nu een plan om bij elk continent de juiste vogels te zoeken. En hij probeert daarmee eigenlijk Lego over te halen om een bouwpakket te gaan maken. Verschillende bouwpakketten voor elk continent één. En daar heb je supporters voor nodig. U weet, kan hij ons overtuigen. Please. Let us fly.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. My name's, as Andre said, is Thomas Poulsom. I'm from Bristol. And for those of you that don't know where Bristol is, it's 2 hours west of London. It's a very diverse and cultural city, and it's very famous for the Clifton Suspension Bridge and the SS Great Britain, which were both built by Isambard Kingdom Brunel. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my story and my background. I am the youngest of 3 boys, Stephen, Christopher, and Thomas Poulsom. As a child, I absolutely loved playing with my oldest brother's Lego. He couldn't get hold of it because I was always playing with it. When I was 7 years old, my mother bought me my first set. This was a Lego castle. I really, really enjoyed playing with this, and it got hours and hours of use. Following that, I became a teenager. I discovered girls, parties, video games, and my Lego was put aside. It was gathering dust, and I thought, oh, I'll never play with my Lego again. I went to school. I didn't really do very well at school. I really didn't enjoy it and came out with rather bad grades. So I decided after that I would go to college and was in a hurry to decide what I was going to do. I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I discovered that there was a course in robotics. I was interested in technology and those kind of things. So I did this course in robotics, and it was like that, straight over my head. I had no idea what it was all about and quit after doing it for a year. I had an interest in computers, so I decided to do a course in information technology, which I actually stuck to and passed and managed to get a qualification in. After that, I had to find a job. I had no money, I was a poor student, had to find a job. So the first thing that came along was a job in telesales. I actually really enjoyed this job. I was quite enthusiastic about it. I enjoyed talking to people, and that soon wore out. After 8 years of being a telesales advisor, I had to change my plan. It was a horrible job, and I would not recommend it to anybody. I had a very keen interest in the natural world, especially birds. I used to love watching birds. I think they're incredible creatures. They have great character, and I could watch them for hours. So I decided I would retrain to be an arborist and a horticulturist. In layman's terms, that's a tree surgeon and a gardener. A year later, after studying, I became a qualified tree surgeon and gardener, and I still do this to this day. It's a great job. I love being outdoors. I love being active, and I love all the wildlife and nature around myself. 2 years ago, my friend, who is also a very keen Lego fan, married and have two children. We brought his Lego down to show his kids, and I went round, I saw the Lego, and I thought, wow, Lego, I want to play with this Lego. So I decided I'd rescue my Lego from the attic, and this is the result. I basically spent a year locked away in the evenings building all of these creations. So I absolutely loved cars and vehicles, and decided that, yeah, I would build these cars. You can see here a few of my creations that I built. There was something missing, though. I thought, these cars are really good, and I really enjoy building them, but I don't know, there's no real life in them. So one day, I was absolutely exhausted after digging a vegetable bed over. I put my fork in the soil and stood back and thought, what shall I build? There was a eureka moment. A robin landed on my spade. And I thought, that's it, I'm going to build that out of Lego. That evening, I went home, and this was the result of my building that evening. It was the birth of Bobby the Robin, as I like to call him. I really, really enjoyed building Bobby, and as you can see, I liked to try and get his character across and give it life, give Lego bricks life. As I enjoyed building it so much, I decided to build a whole series of them. So the birds that I knew from Europe or from my country, Britain, is the robin, the blue tit, these are all popular birds, the goldfinch, a kingfisher, one of my very favorite birds, the puffin, that's Penelope, and Woody the woodpecker. I carried on going. I got addicted to building these birds. Barney the barn owl, Magnus the magpie. So I really enjoyed building these birds. I put them online and I shared them with the adult Lego community. The adult Lego community, they are called AFOLs, or Adult Fans of Lego. There is a whole series of terminology within Lego. You have acronyms for everything within Lego. So I basically decided I would build a whole series of tropical birds next because they became so popular. Again, I have a series of photos of the tropical birds that I built. I even built a turkey. This was a request from an American magazine, and they wanted me to build something for them for Thanksgiving Day. Unfortunately, the turkeys that they have for Thanksgiving Day, they don't look anything like this. They're white, and they're usually stuck in the oven and cooked. But anyway, these birds went viral on the internet. I was so surprised with the amount of interest that I had from building things out of Lego. I was contacted left, right, and center by the press, by people wanting to blog these birds, design websites, these kind of things. And yeah, I was shocked by the actual interest that they had. They started literally flying all around the world on the internet. Now, because they became so popular, I've decided to take it one step further. I would like to build a series of birds from each continent around the world. I would like to build a flightless series of birds and an extinct series of birds. And really what my aim is with this project is to make kids and adults aware that there is actually more to life than things that are man-made. So from here, this is my favorite part of the story. I was contacted one day by a Colombian artist. She makes birds out of paper. She contacted me and said she was wondering, why are you building birds at the same time as me? And she set me a challenge. She set me a challenge to make a bird from her part of the world, her favorite bird from her part of the world. In exchange, I set her a challenge to make a robin out of paper. So we both took this challenge. A couple of weeks later, she came out with this robin, which I absolutely fell in love with. And I thought, this is incredible. This woman is absolutely incredible what she does. So 2 birds I absolutely fell in love with, basically. A couple of months later, after talking on Skype and talking on Facebook, we go very, very fond of each other, and I decided I want to go and see these birds. And there you can see me with this beautiful robin. So from there, that is basically my favourite part of the story. She is due to come over to England to live with me, and we're actually going to get married. So there we go. Thank you very much. Thank you. One last thing that I'd like to tell you before I go is I have decided to put this project of birds up on a website called Kuso. Now, this website is an innovation by Lego, and it allows people Lego fans to actually get their idea across to Lego. And if you gather enough supporters for this idea, then Lego would actually consider creating it as an official Lego product. So we have this website here, which is called Kuso. If I could ask you all to have a look at this site and please register and register your support for this project. As you can see, so far I have 5,700 supporters. I'm in need of another 4,300 supporters for Lego to actually consider making this real. So I'd like to thank everybody at PINC firstly for giving me this opportunity and actually breaking my presentation virginity, and also everybody sat in front of me for taking the time to listen to me.
Thank you. Okay. Floor to Nelleke. Ja. Klopt.